EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Push him back. 41 Pick it up. Check.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019. 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield now from the 50. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Roethlisberger. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Ballage. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been poked. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 31, Roethlisberger, flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. To throw here, Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
They're going option play on third down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And this one too low.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kalen Ballage with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Ballage. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger forced out to his left. Ebron with it over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Steelers 24, Browns 3.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily
through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Byron Pringle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete here. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ben to throw again. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
throwing the interception, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's second down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Dancing to his left. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Byron Pringle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are back within a score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin with a quick throw out left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
On first down, it's Haskins looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Haskins.
Able to hit his target, Claypool.
Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Midfield now, Haskins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Haskins on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run it with Ballage. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kalen Ballage, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Browns 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to...
And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? for the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Here's a run with Ballage, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kalen Ballage, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 17. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Check safety. Watch twitch. Watch twitch. Put it right. 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Alec Ogletree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken at the 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown.
Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Haskins. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Haskins to throw, escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Landry, agile footwork. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
47-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
3rd down.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A first down throw for Mayfield. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Flush to his right. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Again, it's Balaj. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. Muscles him off. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments in this one. he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10.
One last shot for Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a